Welcome. Welcome. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? I think my microphone is a little bit too loud. Let's bring it down a bit. Let's bring it down a bit. Hello. Excuse me. Excuse me. I am recovering from being very sick. Very, very sick for a whole week. Welcome. It's BZ in the Neon Doom Room for another episode of the Doom Vlog. Thank you for tuning in to KBBR NDR 7701 FM. Here we talk about movies, toys, mail, females too, but male as in mail that you get in the mail in my box, mail. Female as well if you like. We talk about things like what overpriced stuff is on eBay. We talk about the Dickhead Award. There won't be a Dickhead Award tonight. We usually have beer. But we won't be doing beer tonight because I'm still recovering from being very unwell. Welcome all and sundry. I just did a health check on the channel. I'm sorry I didn't have a bumper. I didn't have a bumper tonight for the loading screen. I didn't. I've been sick as a dog all week. We have no one watching. I've had a few people say they're going to watch tonight, but there's nobody watching. That's okay. That's okay. We expect these things. We do. We're a very small channel. But yeah, I was very, very sick this week. Caught me unawares. Felt a bit scratchy the week before on a Friday and a Thursday. Got to the weekend, felt increasingly worse. By the Monday, I was not well. And throughout the whole week, I kept getting worse. Look, this isn't a sob story. Please don't cry. No tears to be shed. Yeah, the doctor told me, yep, you should be home. And then by Thursday, couldn't do it. Doctor again went back to the doctor. Doctor said, you need to rest. You cannot be back at work. So I've been off all week. So that's been an interesting week for me. And to be frank, to be honest, I haven't achieved a lot all week besides looking after my kids, making sure they get to school and back, and trying to rest and keeping the house as tidy as I can being unwell. I haven't done a lot. I haven't prepped a lot. There's been a lot of things that have fallen by the wayside. So really, I should have been here early. I should have been prepped. I should have had plenty of time, but it's hard to do that when you're not well, unfortunately. So here we are. Very late start, which is not unusual for the Doom vlog. In attendance, well, I should also say welcome high players, drifters, busters of ghosts, and raiders of lost arks. I did say arks. Asks. No, arcs. Raiders of Lost Arks. That sounds so weird to say. That's my normal intro. I said it back to front. That's okay. Welcome to Roddy. Rotten Roddy, my camera. Hello, Roddy. Roddy's here and focusing quite well. Roddy is here. He's my camera of choice, my buddy, my backup. He's always there for me when I'm in a jam. What can we say about Roddy? He's ever present, all-knowing, all-seeing, unjudgmental, as cameras should be. Just a bunch of circuits and apathetic angst wrapped in a bunch of circuits and USB cables. And quite clean lens, actually, considering he's called Rotten Roddy. He was known as Rotten Roddy because he's failed me a few times. He was a very good boy until he let me down, so he's become known as Rotten Roddy, not just Roddy. Welcome, Roddy. We still love you, Roddy. We still love you. Well, here we are. We got no one watching. I'm not sure if my buddies thought, well, they've given up on me by 2 a.m. But we're here for another episode of the Doom Vlog. I don't know how long I'll last. Like I said, I've been very ill all week. And today's the first day I've felt like I've improved a little bit. I haven't taken much medication. The doctor actually put me on antibiotics. But then when I went back again, he's like, your test results came back and antibiotics are not going to help you. All you can do is ride it out. So I had to put my antibiotics back in the cupboard and ride it out, as you said. So here we are. We are in the Doom room. Now, what I want to let you know before we get into the business of the Doom vlog is that we've got a few bits of news. I've told you before, we are going to be at the Astor Film Bazaar. I'm very blurry. Why am I blurry? Don't be blurry. My camera should be focusing. There we go. On me. Look at that big red dot on my nose here. My immune system's been a bit down, so I'm breaking out and all sorts of stuff. Now, yeah, we are going to be at the Astor Film Bazaar. We have a table that'll be sorted out and all the stuff organised for that very soon. But we have been confirmed as being at the Astor Film Bazaar, which is freaking tastic. It's something I've been looking forward to. Actually, I've been meaning to go to the Astor Film Bazaar for quite some time. It's been quite a few years now, and now I get to be there as a vendor. So that's fantastic, and fantastic for you guys too, because you might not notice in the background because my room is quite chaotic, but I have gone through my DVDs, some of my Blu-rays, but mostly DVDs, and my VHS tapes, and I have, first joint of the evening. I have gone through my DVDs, and I knew I had duplicates of some, but boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh, I have found so many duplicates of things, so many duplicates. I can't believe that I forget what I've bought and what I haven't bought. I've pulled out bags and bags and boxes of stuff. The main reason being is that I've bought stuff on a whim many a time, and I've thought, you know, my collection is a library. And as a library, we must keep everything for posterity. Well, the thing is, at the end of the day, that's not 100% true. At the end of the day, I bought them because I thought I'd like to watch them. But look how many I've got. Like, I've got DVDs there, and there, and VHS there. See, that used to be DVD. I've emptied all of that. That's VHS tapes now at the moment. Over here, around my back, over there, that's all DVDs. Triple stacked in places. It's messy. I've pulled out heaps of stuff. I pulled out stuff that I've ended up buying on Blu-ray. The whole idea of getting into my collection here and trying to whittle it down has been something I have reluctantly done. It's something that I wanted to do. In fact, I will say that over there, the back of this thing here, this is now all horror except for one small bit at the bottom. I've had to go through all of those and pick out all the horror and the horror adjacent and the things that sort of fall into horror, because I wanted to have a shelf of just horror, and that by itself was a day's worth. I was in and out of here while I was sick. I made myself a cup of tea and I was rummaging around trying to clear up, but there's so much mess. There's just a mess everywhere. So I wanted to clean it up, have everything in some kind of order so that I could say, well, all the horror lives on that side now. Lives behind our buddy here. So behind there is going to be all horror, pretty much except for one shelf at the bottom, which I will get to eventually, is all horrors. That's pretty much all my horror moved out of there and into that shelf. And over there is a mess. That's a mess. That's all going to be re-reviewed. I got to put, you know, I've been trying to join up my movie 1 with my movie 2s, with my movie 3s, and my trilogies and my duos. It's not easy because I basically bought stuff and just stacked them, and that's where they lived, and they never got moved. So finding things to go with other things, you know, I've bought a second movie and a third movie in a collection to go with each other, and then I've had to find them. And these are things that I don't enjoy doing, having to go through my collection. But I've done a lot of that. There is a lot that still needs to be done, and there's quite a bit of mess in here. But that's a little bit of background to this room. This room was always controlled chaos. In terms of movies, I'd be kind of like, oh, well, I bought them in that order, so if I bought that, that would be on that side, and some of the newer stuff will be at the front, and some of the really newer stuff will be over here. But really, I need to pull things out and start joining things together so that I can make sense of them as collections. Like, I've got tons of John Carpenter stuff. I've got tons of stuff that should go with other stuff. If you're a collector, if you are, you know, trying to build your portfolio of movies or toys or whatever, you would understand. You'll understand that trying to put everything in the right place and taking things out of boxes, it's a journey. It's a journey, and it's actually a bit of a chore as well. Oh, we have one live viewer. Thank you for joining. I'm not sure who it is. If you are here to watch, welcome. But also make yourself known in the chat. Chat should be, oh, I think it should be on that side. Just there, maybe. I might be wrong about that. My chat's usually up here. So if, just say hello. Hello. Now, up here, there is a movie. I put a movie on. I put a movie on every week. I want you to guess what that movie is. This is kind of easy. For a movie aficionado, this movie should be kind of easy if you watch for a bit. It'll be kind of blurry for the most part. I mean, Roddy is trying to focus on it. Sorry, I am still ill. This is not easy. I debated whether I should be here tonight because I'm still recovering, and I still have a niggly cough that wakes me up at like 3, 4, 5 in the morning, and I can't stop it until I get up, have some medication, and have a drink of something. So that's something that's going to take a little bit for me to shake. But yes, I am here. I'm here. I'm here. We're here. We're clear. We don't need any more bears. So I hope you can all hear me. Can you all hear me?
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 I hope you can hear me. I hope you can hear me. All right, so we have a few things present on our list of things to do. I usually have a list on a pad here. Exhibit A. Exhibit A, yeah, we have a list. It's quite messy. I have it leaning up against my monitor, which is probably not a very good place to put it, but that's where it's lived. So we are going to do the usual chats. If you are familiar with my channel, you are probably going to be familiar with the way that I run it in terms of what I talk about. So we do talk about movies. We do talk about toys. We do talk about quite a few different things. Some of the bumpers are, like the things we talk about are run in different sections. So sometimes we'll talk about overpriced stuff that's on eBay. Sometimes we'll talk about news. Sometimes we'll have a beer. I will tell you straight up tonight, I'm not going to have a beer. I'm not going to have a beer tonight because I'm just not well enough for it. I'm just not well enough for it. It's not something I can manage tonight. If I have a beer, I will literally go in reverse and I'll be sick for another week. And I cannot do that. I absolutely cannot do that. So no beer tonight. I am just having some soda pop. Just some soda pop. And that's what I'm surviving on tonight. All right. Shall we get into what we're going to talk about? I will let you know that tonight on what usually is this, I'll show you what it usually is. I usually have my CRT TV in my room set to the fireplace, which is this. I usually have it set to this fireplace all winter up until even now. I've had it set on this fireplace. But there's no heater in here tonight. In fact, I had the fan running for quite a while because it was quite warm in here. So we don't have that tonight. In fact, and I don't have footage of it, but I do have a fish tank on there at the moment. So that's been interesting. In fact, on that fish tank DVD, there is another fireplace. So I found that really odd that they had like 2 fish tanks and a fireplace. But I wanted fish tanks, so I put them on. You can see my Stormtrooper, Halloween Stormtrooper down here. See just down there. I tried to find a... Actually, I stuck him to the ceiling, but he fell off. So I'm going to figure something out. I've just shoved him in the corner. I like him. Look at him. Slime green Stormtrooper. Oozing stuff. Yeah, got him from Bunnings. It was a Halloween decoration, even decoration. But yeah, I wanted to put him on the roof. And he stayed up there for approximately 1 day and then fell down. Luckily, he didn't knock anything else over. All right, so let us get on with what we are going to do tonight. Before I start, I just will say to you guys, if you are interested, if you have got any inkling at all, if you'd love to, please go ahead and subscribe. It takes very little effort to subscribe. You can always unsubscribe if you are not interested in continuing to subscribe, of course. But even a like, a comment, a share, a thumbs up, a thumbs down, whatever it is that makes you happy, any interaction with my channel is a good thing for me as a channel. Very small channel I am. The Doom Room has been, the Doom Vlog, sorry, the Neon Doom Room and the Doom Vlog have been around for a small amount of time. The Doom Vlog has been around for 31 episodes, and the Neon Doom Room's been around for nearly 3 years. So, yeah, we just have a chat here. We just like to chat about movies, toys, etc. So if you're interested, go ahead and subscribe, share, anything is welcome. Thank you very, very much. Now, we're going to go into our first episode. If I can find it, should be very close to my other stuff. I need to get my my stream capturing device, my little button thing loaded up, but I haven't done it yet. So let us move on to, Let's get physical media. 1, 2, 3, go.
Let's get physical media. I wanna get physical media. Let me hear your movies talk.
Let me hear your movies talk. All right, so let's get physical media is our chance to talk about the physical media that I have found or bought from. Excuse me, that will happen throughout the night. That we've bought or we've found out in the wild. It could be that it's something I've bought from JB Hi-Fi. It could be something that I've bought from an op shop. It could be something I've found or been given. Or we have a mail section for mail. I don't think I have any mail at the moment. No, we got our mail recently. I think we covered that. Oh, it was the book. That's right. I ordered that book. There's no mail this evening either. I haven't ordered anything recently, so there will be no mail segment tonight. But today we will be talking about. You recall that I did speak about getting a voucher, like a $100 voucher for my birthday, and I was going to spend that at JB Hi-Fi. Now I did buy things at JB Hi-Fi, but I couldn't use my voucher for it. I did mention that it's. I scratched at the back of it. It had some plastic thing on it, and it couldn't be scratched, and I got wrecked. I was like, oh, don't know if I've been scammed. Don't know if like the place that gave my relative that voucher gave them a shoddy one or something. But when I had a chance to this week when I was sick, I rang up and I rang up the number that was on it, and I said, hey, something's wrong with this card. It won't scratch off. And they said that they had some problems with some cards. She confirmed who I was. She confirmed that I had the card with the receipt, and she also confirmed that I had money on that card. So she fixed it, gave me my code, and off I went. And when I had a chance to drop my kids to school, popped by JB Hi-Fi, and I used it. I had to wear a mask and all that, and I couldn't linger for very long because I was very ill. But I picked a few movies up, and we'll talk about those today. So I suppose I should do those first. I will have to justify myself during this explanation of these movies because I made some very clear. I was very clear about my disapproval about something, and I will make myself a bit more plain as I'm going through that. But I've gone back and backtracked on that. But I'll explain myself. Hang on. Let me just get the movies out. Give me 2 seconds. All right. I bought 4 Blu-rays. $100, 4 Blu-rays. Now, I'll just go through them because, and I'll leave the one that I want to explain till last. I am once again trying to beef up my Blu-ray collection. It is something that I know how late I am. I know it's all 4K now. I don't have a 4K player. I don't have a 4K, qualified TV. I'm sorry, my throat's very dry from talking. This is going to be very hard for me, but I don't have a TV that's capable of handling 4K. I don't have a Blu-ray player that's capable of handling 4K, and I really don't want to start all over again. Maybe in the future, when 4K is like just super standard, everyone's got it, and it's all kind of cheap, maybe I'll get around to it. But at this point in time, Blu-ray is kind of my format of choice. So I found 4 Blu-rays. Now, I am a cheap person by heart. And I don't like spending a lot of money on things, but I've had to learn that if I want something good, I have to pay for it. Obviously, that's true, and especially when I'm getting some decent collections on Blu-ray. You know, Umbrella, or actually, I think most of these are Umbrella. At least half of these are Umbrella. When you want something good, you have to pay for it. So I've come to terms with that. I can't go into JB Hi-Fi with $100 and come out with 10 movies. That's just not going to happen. So I've been very picky and a bit mindful and a little bit regretful about some of the choices I've made. But, you know, there's always going to be movies that you can't find or that you would rather have in place of something else. I'd like them all, but you have to walk away with something. So here's my first set of selections. I'm going to talk about the one that was the cheapest just because I put it down a few times over the last, I don't know, 3 times I went to JB Hi-Fi. But I do want it, and I'll have to get number 2 now. And that is Gremlins. So I've got Gremlins. What a great movie. It's a Christmas movie. It's kind of a little bit horror as well. I don't know if anyone else loves Gremlins, but I absolutely love Gremlins. It's a fantastic, creepy, weird movie. And I haven't seen number 2. But I got this one. It did say that this one was a buy 2, get 1 free. And the other ones had a different kind of thing on it. And she tried to claim this as my spare one. I'm like, no, I'm claiming this other one that's like really expensive to go with the other ones. And then we separately bought that one so that it wouldn't, mess up my budgeting. But Gremlins is a great movie. And I'd actually really like to rewatch this on Blu-ray, because last time I watched it was on DVD, and my DVD is now going to go in the Astor Film Bazaar collection of movies to sell, so I can reduce my collection, have more room for other things that I want. But Gremlins is a fantastic movie. I don't know if you've seen it. Please tell me if you have. If you have seen it, do you like it? Is it in your top 3 movies? Is it in your top 5? Is it in your top 10? I think it's a fantastic movie. It's a very quirky and weird movie in a lot of ways. And they did things differently back in the 80s, didn't they? Really, at the end of the day, you got gremlins that are smoking and drinking, and they're a bit raunchy. Yeah, it's a weird movie, but what a cool movie. And that fight scene at the end with Gizmo, I won't give anything away if you haven't seen it. That fight scene at the end with Gizmo and the gremlins, is one for the ages, really. You should really watch that. What a great movie. Gremlins is fantastic. So cool, and very nostalgic as well. Very nostalgic for its time. I'm going to really get Roddy to focus on me a bit more. Can I focus on me? How can I do this without being... Can we focus just on... Come on, focus just on me. There we go. I think that's a bit better, isn't it? Have you guessed the movie yet? Oh, this movie? Have you guessed it? Have you guessed it? Anyone guessed it yet? It's a classic movie. All right, so that was my first movie, Gremlins. Really glad to have this. Really need to find number 2, but I don't see number 2 on the shelf. So I'll have to figure that out. I think when I go on eBay, they do have Gremlins 1 and 2 as a collection, but I think it might be an English or European release, so it's a bit hard to tell. But I would like to find number 2. So that's the first movie. The next movie I've been wanting, these ones I've been wanting for a while, the next 2 I've been wanting for a while, and I keep putting them back. I am so sorry. I keep putting them back because, when you go to JB Hi-Fi, you find that a lot of things that are like imprint or umbrella, when they're like a slipcase release, they're usually about $40. They go between 40, 45, 55. So I'm always having to sort of make decisions about, like, do I really want this now? Will I find it later? How rare is it going to be? If I leave it now, is it going to be hard to find later? So I've put this one to the side a lot, but I've wanted to own it for quite some time. And this one is a movie called Triangle. I don't know if you've seen it. I don't know if it seems really familiar to me. I'd have to look at the year it came out. I have a part of my mind that remembers it, but gosh, it was a while ago. Does it have the year on it? I can't remember if it's tells me that. I don't think it does. Yeah, I don't know. I can't see a date. Which is bizarre. I would have thought that Umbrella Entertainment would put the date on there. Can I look it up? Because that would give me more of an indication of whether I've seen Triangle. It does seem super familiar. Look, I've watched a lot of movies. I don't know about you. Oh, welcome, second viewer. Welcome. Live viewer number 2. Welcome. Jump in the chat. Have you seen Triangle? Have you seen Triangle? I can't remember this actor, the actor's name, the girl actor on the front. She is Melissa George. Oh my God, that's what I thought it was. But sometimes I see people's faces on covers. I'm like, oh, I'm probably going to be wrong. That's probably not her, but it looks like her. Melissa George. Melissa George is one of the main actors on it. Fear Comes in Waves, Triangle. Let's have a look because I want to see what year that Triangle came out. Wow, sorry, that's really bright. Triangle movie. Yeah, film. 2009. See, I don't know if I've seen it now that I see. Why did you do that? Why did I said triangle movie? 2009. There we go. It's a horror, psychological horror film written and directed by Christopher Smith and starring Melissa George and Michael Dorman. The film was released in the United Kingdom on the 16th of October, 2009. Oh, she's a single mother. Yeah, so it's also got Melissa George, Michael Dorman, Henry Nixon, Rachel Carpani, Emma Lung, Liam Hemsworth is in it. Isn't that interesting? And Brian Probitz. You would know him. He's the young-faced old guy. This is very bright. Let's reduce this back to our other one. Yeah, I have a feeling like I've seen it before, but now that I'm seeing the date, 2009, I would have already met my now wife. And if I'd seen it, would have seen it here in Melbourne. But I don't recall ever watching this in Melbourne unless I watched it on... Look, I could have watched it on Foxtel. I had every channel on Foxtel back in the day. But look, it looks familiar, but I think I've just seen the trailer. Anyway, I've been wanting this for a long time, and I'm really happy to have it. Basically, the premise of it, from what I could tell, is people on a boat get stranded in the middle of the ocean. And then they see a cruise liner, like an old-looking cruise liner, come up and slow down and stop. And they climb on board, get rescued, but there's no one on board. And then lots of bad things start happening. So, yeah, I guess kind of a la Ghost Ship, but I think this is it's a much newer and much more brutal rendition of that similar kind of story. I might be wrong because I haven't seen it, obviously, but I'm pretty sure I've seen the trailer quite a few times, or maybe I've seen half of it. That might be why I recognize it. I have been known to stop a movie and not go back to it, as unfortunate as that is. But yeah, fear comes in waves. Now, this is a slipcase release. It did cost me about, well, technically $40 is what they are priced at, but there was a 2-for-1, buy two, get one free. So I chose 3 movies, and obviously the cheapest one is going to be the one, the most expensive of the cheapest ones is going to be the one that you pay for, the ones that you pay for. The most expensive ones are going to be the ones you pay for. The cheapest ones are the ones that are going to be free, because that's how it always works. Sorry, that was very confusing. So when you buy 3 movies, say you've got one for $45, another one for $39, and another one for $39, you'll get the $39 one for free. If you buy 2 $20 movies and a $5 movie, you'll be paying $40 and you'll get the $5 movie for free. That's how it always works. But anyway, I've been wanting Triangle for quite a while. I'm really glad to have it in my collection. Yes, it will be going on the playlist of things to watch eventually. And Melissa George is apparently very good in it. The thing that frustrates me about this, I'm going to be quite honest, is I have an absolute hatred of people getting the words on the spine wrong, as in the wrong way around. When you put your DVDs on the shelf, you line them all up, and you get to see all of the names side by side. So if I grab a few, if I get my Clone Wars ones out, please don't fall, and you line them all up, look at that. They all face the same way. Right? Roddy? Right? So if I tip them down, oops, wrong way. If I tip them down, they're all one way. So if you get the spine the wrong way around, then you don't get that. You get one that's back to front or upside down. I don't know if that infuriates anybody else, but it infuriates me. I have some bootleg movies that are like that. They're back to front, and I can't stand it. I have to sit them upside down. Triangle is like that. And then you put the spine around. It should be like that, but it is like that. That is absolutely... Look, I love you guys at Umbrella. I have no issues with you, but I don't like that. It should be like that. It really should. It should be like that. So now I'm going to have to tip my movie upside down. Actually, I'll probably put it upside down in the sleeve. so that it sits like that on my shelf. Don't like it. Don't like it. Like one of them's the wrong way around. I don't care if it's arty or if you meant it on purpose or it was an accident. Please don't do it. I don't know if anyone else has spoken up about it, but please don't do it. That is the most frustrating thing ever. Look, wrong way around. Do not like it. Absolutely dislike it. It's a real pet hatred of mine is back to front spines. If you bought a book to read and put it on your shelf with all your other books and your book had the spine the wrong way around, you would have to flip your book upside down to make it fit. Wouldn't that infuriate you? It infuriates the shit out of me. So please, Umbrella, please don't do that. We love you, Umbrella. We love you. We love you. But please don't do that. All right, before I cough. Oh, boy. My watch is telling me it's time to stand. I don't think so. Okay, number 3 out of the 4 movies. Number 3. Is anyone curious what number 3 is? Anyone at all? We got 2 live viewers still. Thank you. I have been wanting this one for a while as well. This was around the $40 mark. My most expensive one will be my last one, which I'll have to explain myself on. But does anyone remember a horror movie set in a mall? I'm pretty sure it's in the 80s. Please tell me it's in the 80s. I have a date on this one. Why? Oh, wait a minute. Oh, that's a different time. Oh, this has actually got short films on it too. Interesting. It should tell me the actual date, but it doesn't. It gives me all these other ones. I'll tell you in 2 seconds. Sorry, I don't mean to make you wait. Can we type this in here? Is it got a the in front of it? No. Let's type it in. That's not the right. No. Movie. No, the new version of it. No, it's got a the in front of it. Not the. Come on, give me a break. Aha. Is this the actual year? Yes, it is 80s. It is 80s. Oh, does it really have him? Oh, yeah, I think it does. It's got Bruce Campbell in it. It has to. Oh, those words are so tiny. Does it really have him in it? I think it does. Starring. If I say the people that are starring in it, will you guess the movie? Liz Kern, Renee Estevez, Dan Hicks, Sam Raimi's in it, Bruce Campbell. Yeah, cool. All right, so that's, yeah. But does that really have him? It's not showing him on this cast list. Cast. I'm holding you in suspense here. Well, it's not showing his name there. Oh, it does have him in it. Cool. Greg Nicotero's in it. Douglas Scott Hessler, Scott Spiegel, Lawrence Bender, Bruce Campbell, Emil Sitka, Tom Lester, Alvy Moore, Ted Raimi. Oh, Ted Raimi's in it too. Craig Stark, Burr Steers, Eugene Robert Glazer, Sam Raimi, David Burns, Dan Hicks, Renee Estevez, and Liz Kern. All right, let me just tell you what the movie is. It is 1989. It's a horror movie. And that horror movie is a very famous one. At least got the spine the right way around. Is Intruder. Inside a night shift store. People maybe stocking the shelves. 1989. It says it's closing time. Intruder. It's Scott Spiegel's Intruder. And they are hunted one by one by somebody in the store until everybody's been killed. Pretty much everyone. Slip sleeve. Spine is the right way around. That's the way the spine should be. The spine should not be, if I get the other one, this is the right way up on the front. On the front, it's the right way up. Yep. Whoops, Roddy, sorry, Roddy. Right way up, right way up. If I put them side by side, the spine should not be opposite like that. Yeah. So intruder is the right way around, triangle is the wrong way around. So we have intruder. And I just bit the bullet on it. I bit the bullet on it because I wanted it. It is restricted. It is brutal. People get put through mashes and all sorts of stuff, hung up on hooks. Yeah, so I've been wanting that one for a long time. I haven't seen it. I've seen the trailer quite a few times for it, and it does have Bruce Campbell in it. A grocery store night shift should be pretty easy. Handful of customers, shelving new stock, maybe even time for some fooling around, but tonight is different. Somebody else is stalking the store, and they're out for blood, and their body count keeps growing. It's the debut for both director Scott Spiegel and producer Lawrence Bender, Sam and Ted Raimi, and featuring Sam and Ted Raimi. Intruder is a must-see for slasher film fans. Also, it has Bruce Campbell in it. So, yeah, that's a great one. I might have to open it up to an unboxing. I don't think there's really much in there. It is... Oh, it comes out one way? That's interesting. It is a slip sleeve, but it only comes out of the top. Yeah, see, it only comes out of the top. Bottom is the box. As far as I can tell, unless I'm wrong. Yeah, no, that's the box. Why does it look like it's not on the bottom? It is black on the bottom. Come on, focus, Roddy. Rotten Roddy. That's the bottom. It's just black on the bottom, and on the top, it's where you get the discount. So very cool. I'm trying to get more and more of these sort of limited release movies so I can enjoy my collection. It's got that cool little sticker at the top there from the creators of Pulp Fiction and Evil Dead 2. Oh, that's a bit fortuitous that we are talking about Evil Dead 2. Yeah, so I've got Intruder. Has anyone seen Intruder? Anyone at all? I'm going to guess that Mr. Mark McBride, if he jumps on. Oh, we've got no more live viewers. Mr. Mark McBride, if he jumps on, will probably have seen it because he's an aficionado of horror. Suddenly we lost both our live viewers. That's very odd. That's quite odd. So I'll put that up there. And the very last movie I'm going to let you know about, I have a reason for bringing it up because I said I'd never buy it. I said I didn't like it. And that still is true to a degree. That is still true to a degree. And yeah, we definitely don't have any live viewers again. So that's really, really odd. People dropped off. Okay. Now, I'll tell you, it's a shame no one's here to watch because this was the most important one to talk about, but that's all right. Replay crew can watch this. This is a VVE release, not an Umbrella release, and not an Image release, not a, now my brain's gone dead, not a, yeah, so it's a VVE release, so it's not Umbrella or any of the other ones. Now, I said I'd never buy this one, but here I am. I actually was deciding between those 3 or 4 movies, actually 3 movies. I was going to get Gremlins anyway, but the other 3 movies, plus this one, I was going to decide on getting the Kiwi Cult box set because I've been wanting it. I've been wanting the Kiwi Cult box set. It's a great looking box set, which was $90 or 89, and I put it down. I made a random decision last minute just because of what's included on this, what's written on the back. Okay, don't hate me for it. I said I wouldn't get it. I picked up Army of Darkness. Now, I said I wasn't going to get it. I hate the cover on this. I really, really hate the cover on this. This is the cover I have on my DVD release, which I can now sell as a 3-part set Evil Dead 2, and Army of Darkness at the Astor Film Bazaar, because I wanted all three before I got rid of everything. I have the same cover on my DVD. I do not like this cover. I never liked this cover. I've had this cover on my DVD for years and years. I don't like this cover. I don't like why did they come up with this cover? Have no idea. I don't like it. I don't like it at all. It's just too stylized. It's like someone in a corporate boardroom said, that's what we need as the cover of the DVD and now the Blu-ray. Did anybody else have a decision in this? Because as fans of movies, we would much prefer the original movie poster, which was also on the Screwhead edition. They put the Screwhead edition, which will be, can I show you what the Screwhead edition looks like? It's not exactly like the full movie poster. Let's go. Army of Darkness Screwhead edition. Can I get an image that is something I can show on screen easily? Is there a nicer version of it? Yeah, that one might be. Can I show you that one? There you go. Oh, no, I don't want to zoom in on it. I just want to look at it. Let's go to my desktop screen. Hello, I'm down here. Let's ignore the fact that this is on eBay, but this is the movie. Oops, no, I don't want to do that. So the front cover, this is the movie poster. Give or take this whole white section at the top here. This was the original movie poster. I saw this movie poster at cinemas when I was going to the movies. I saw this without the Screwhead edition written on it. This beautiful painting. I saw this in movie cinemas, and I love that as a poster. I love that as a poster, but we got this instead. We got this instead of that, and the two could not be more further apart. This is far less the appealing one than this one here. I prefer this one. All right, so at the end of the day, I would rather have this cover. Sorry, I'd rather have this cover than this cover. I don't like it. I like the reds and stuff in it. I just don't like the way it's been laid out, how it's like cut off at the top and his chainsaw's pointing up, his shotgun's pointing up. It just doesn't do anything for me. The lettering's kind of nice. But yeah, not a fan. I would much rather have this one than this one. Now, I'll tell you why I got it. It was more expensive. This was the one that was the most expensive. It was $44.98. And it was part of the, buy two, get one free. Obviously, this was going to be one of the more expensive ones that covers the cost of the cheaper one. But the reason why I got this came down to a few different things. I was going to try to put aside some money for the Screwhead edition, which is the one I just showed you before. But the Screwhead edition doesn't have a whole lot of extras on it. It has some, but not a whole lot. I want to show you, if I can, what's on here. Will Roddy focus? Come on, Roddy, Sir Roderick. Look at what you get. You get the director's cut on disc 1. You get 3 discs. You get the director's cut on disc 1. You get the theatrical cut on disc 2. And you get the television cut on disc 3. But you also get Medieval Times, The Making of Army of Darkness. You get Making of Vintage Featurette. Behind the Scenes Vintage Featurette. The Men Behind the Army Vintage Featurette. You get extended interview clips with Sam Raimi, Bruce Campbell, and Robert Tappert. Alternate opening. You get deleted scenes. And you get theatrical trailers, TV spots, and US TV video promo. You didn't get all these extra things on the other Screwhead edition. You got a few of them, but not all of them. So this really The decision to buy this did not come down to the cover. I would still like to have the Screwhead edition along with this, which is something I'm not going to do with every movie. For the cover, I'd like to have the Screwhead edition. But I picked this up because it's a 3-disc collector's edition. It is VVE as the distribution company that's released it. But you get a lot. You get a lot here for your money. So that is literally the only reason that I have picked it up. And I had a lot of soul searching, like separately and in the store, before I finally decided that, damn it, I'm just going to get it. And now I can add it in my collection to go next to not just the Ash versus the Evil Dead, but Evil Dead and Evil Dead 2. And now I've got Army of Darkness to go with it. And my 3 Evil Dead movies are now going to be part of my Astor Film Bazaar collection of movies to sell. So I'm going to be selling some things as collections, because I don't want to sell like one and then sell one separately and then have one random one left over. Oops, this is very bright. Let's go back to my other page so it's not as bright. Cool. All right, we don't have any live viewers left, and that's okay. But yeah, so we've got Army of Darkness, and I've got the cover I never wanted, but I do have a lot to go with it. So I'm really happy with that in terms of what I got. Don't like the cover. Really, guys, if you're going to redo this, and this is not Umbrella's fault, but redo it with the proper movie poster cover. I'm going to give you a hint, guys, in the movie world out there, we like original poster art. I know people agree with me too. I know people that agree with me. So it's not just me saying that. Give us original poster art. Especially for vintage movies. Movies made back in the day. We like the original poster art. That would be a poster I'd love to hang, but I don't have any room in here to hang it. Maybe the ceiling. I have given that some consideration. Putting things on the wall would be something we would like to see as the cover of a movie. All right, let's move it right along. We've talked for quite some time about one movie. I'm going to keep my throat lubricated. Now, I do want to talk about some things that I found op shopping. I had to go and get some food for my kids while I was not feeling well, and I wasn't looking forward to it. When you're not well, you don't want to go anywhere. You don't want to shop. You don't want to leave the house. But when you're the only one home and your wife is at work and things need to be done, I did it. So I went and did some shopping for the house, and right around the corner was an op shop. So I was like, well, I've got a mask on already. I'll just go in and have a quick peek. And I've come away with a few things. Let me talk about them as their physical media. I don't know what's going on with the algorithm, by the way. Lost my live viewers. Not sure what's going on there. That's all right. Replay crew is always here, so we can go back to replay crew. This was $2. It's literally the only reason why I picked it up. Let's open it because I didn't open it before. I probably should have checked, to be honest, because I have been burnt by this in the past. This is a Xbox 360 game. I just picked it up because it was there and it was cheap. I didn't actually even, like, I've got quite a few Xbox games. I don't have an Xbox 360. That's something I ummed and ahed about for some time because I own quite a lot of games. Is whether I should get a 360. But my table's like completely covered in PlayStations and Nintendos. So I wouldn't have anywhere to put it anyway. And really, I mean, I'm wasting space in here for something that I'm not really playing. That's another thing I've had to come to terms with as a collector of things, is that how many things do I want to collect? You know, at first it was like I want one of each console. It's kind of I'm gonna save these. These are going to be part of my collection. They're going to be like the library of everything. Who's got the room? I'm running out of room, and I've got to face some basic facts here. I cannot fit everything in this room. It doesn't matter how I try. It doesn't matter if I go vertically, horizontally, if I bury them in the wall. All that stuff is going to get wasted unless I'm actually interested in it. And I'm in a tertiary kind of way. I'm interested. This disc is very smudgy, but quite clean. few scratches, but quite clean. The game that I picked up here on 360 that comes with, is that really the booklet for it? I believe it must be. Gears of War. I never played Gears of War. It's a classics one. And I picked it up for $2. So that's probably just going to go in a pile of things to sell, but that's okay. I'll make sure it's clean. I've got about 20 or 30 games on Xbox 360 that I can put out to sell. And really, it's not a bad thing. So if I can find something cheap and it sells, awesome. So that's the first thing. I'll save these for last. I'll save the music till last. I need to get everything out. All right. Some of these I bought just to sell. To be honest, I mean, I've got, if it's cheap enough, and it does something for me, I've got a store coming up. I mean, I need things that appeal to people and it's cheap and I can make a little bit on it. I'm not a reseller. It's not something I do in my spare time. I'm quite lazy. Oh, welcome. We'll get another live viewer come back, maybe. Jumped back in. Hello. Welcome. Say hello in the chat. I'm going to type in hello. Ooh. Yeah, say hello in the chat. I picked up a few things, some for myself. Most of them are just like, oh, they were cheap. I can probably sell that. First one is Orgasmo. Now, I already own this movie. It's a Trey Parker film. It says making sex safe again. It is R-rated, so it is kind of like an anomaly in terms of a movie. It's fun. It's funny. It's silly. It's a bit raunchy, but it looks $1.99. And I already own it. So I figured for that, I mean, somebody would be interested. So that's going to go in the Astor Film Bazaar bundle. I've been very selective about the ones that are going in the Astor Film Bazaar bundle, but that's really clean. I don't know if you can see that, but that's uber clean. That's so clean. I'd rather have things that can be sold. So that's going out with a bunch of stuff. I've got so much stuff to sell. You've got no idea. Even I was surprised how much stuff I've got to sell. So, Orgasmo is going to be sold. Now, I don't own this movie. I'm really surprised. I found it in the op shop, and I was like, of course I'm going to buy that, because I just realized when I picked it up that I don't own it. It's really, really clean. And I remember this movie blowing my mind when I first watched it. It is a found footage movie. Can you guess? Oh, you'll guess what it is. You'll guess what it is. What's the original found footage? Oh, it's in a bookend case too. Must be an rental case. Yeah, Blair Witch Project. I realized I don't actually own this movie. I didn't own it. I've seen it so many times, but I never owned it. I was like really surprised. And this is the special edition. Comes with a bunch of stuff. Comes with newly discovered footage, director and producer commentary, animated interactive menus, scene selections, production notes, cast and crew information, theatrical teasers and trailers, and it comes with The Curse of the Blair Witch and mythology. I think The Curse of the Blair Witch was a documentary, wasn't it? The worldwide box office smash hit. The disc is like almost brand new looking. Yeah, found footage film. Very creepy. A lot of people nowadays say, oh, it's not that scary. It was scary for me. Everything you've heard is true. So very, very great. Love that spine. Everything that you have heard is true. So this is one of those ones that I really, really am glad to have found. It's not often you find horror movies at op shops, especially in such good condition. But yeah, they'll go straight into my new horror shelf over right here behind the skateboard here. It's going to go right there. So happy about that. I picked this up just to sell. Oh, it's got sticky tape on it. I probably should have checked. Picking. Oh, sticky tape. Why? Why secure everything with sticky tape? Ridiculous. And you know, when you want to buy a movie or something, it's a bit hard to decide if you're going to buy it if it's actually covered in sticky tape and you can't open it. This comes with little booklets. It's pretty cool. Very small. Okay, so this is super clean. All right, so this is the Bon Jovi. It's a Bon Jovi DVD, The Crush Tour. I have quite a large selection of music DVDs that will be sold at the Astor Film Bazaar, and I wanted to just add what I could to it. This comes with, obviously, the DVD itself. It comes with this little booklet, which is very CD shaped, which is very odd. It's full color. So if you're a Bon Jovi fan and you live in Melbourne and you're going to be around on November 29th, come down to the Astor Film Bazaar. I'll try to let you know where it's going to be, where my store is going to be later on. But I'll have a bunch of music DVDs along with lots and lots of other things. DVDs, Blu-rays, VHS tapes, heaps of VHS tapes. If you're interested, it's going to be there. And it's very clean. It's actually almost brand new. I picked this one up for myself. I believe I don't own it. I thought I did, but I've been through my DVD collection. It's very clean. And I don't think I do. It's got Colin Farrell in it. Don't know how accurately historical it is or historically accurate it is, but the new one, once discovered, it was changed forever. Haven't seen it. So I thought I'll pick it up. If I can find it on Blu-ray, I'll find it on Blu-ray. Looks interesting. I like historical movies. That will go into my own collection until I can find a Blu-ray. I already own this one as well, and it's taped. I don't know why I bother with taped DVDs. It kind of bothers me. But this little place was... this little place that I went to, I don't go to very much. It's a bit sketchy around there as well. So kind of like had to watch my back in that little mall section. Just, you know, when you're in an area, it's like kind of half dead and you're like not too sure if the people around the corner are druggies or if they're just not interested in you, but just have to be very careful. So I picked this one up. It's an older one. Oh, that's really clean. Surprisingly clean. A bit dusty, but very, very clean. This is a classic movie for me. This is a really classic movie. I love this movie to this day. I only own it on DVD. This is exactly like mine. Hudson Hawk, Bruce Willis. A very weird movie. Catch the excitement, catch the adventure, catch the hawk. It's a really bizarre movie. Look at the lettering on that. How hard is that to read? It's a weird font. Really weird font. But yeah, Hudson Hawk is a absolutely classic movie. And if you haven't watched it before, I'd highly recommend you watch it. It is super weird. It's a very weird movie. A lot of weird things happen in it too. It's very stylized. But anyway, I own this one already, and I thought for a couple of bucks, I'd be happy to sell. I'm sure there'll be somebody who wants it. Yeah. I would if I didn't own it. So hopefully I'll be able to sell it. And the last one I picked up, pretty sure this is the last one. The last DVD anyway. This is a steel case. A really, really nice one. Hopefully I can sell this. This is really nice. And the discs in it, there's 2 discs. I don't know if I can get this out without wrecking it. I'll have to check another time. These 2 discs are, if you like Michael Jackson, and this is a steel case. If you like Michael Jackson, look, this is the This Is It tour. It's a steel case. Come on, Roddy. This is it. It's a steel case. It's a really nice steel case. So it comes with this sleeve thing on the back, which you can obviously take off. Sticky tape stuck to me. And look at the back though. Look at that. And look, it's not all scratched up like you off. Oh, look, there's a couple of scratches on it now that look at it in the light. There's not really any dings that I can tell. A really beautiful steel case. You can see that little scratch there. Right about there. but the rest of it really clean. Now, I like Michael Jackson as much as the next person, but this one, but it's not really, he's not really my favorite. But look, on the inside, 2 discs, really, really nice. And that's why I picked this up. It was really clean. There was a few Michael Jackson ones there, but this is the one that I thought I'd rather pick this up. People collect steel cases. There's a slight anomaly at the top there. I don't know if you can see that. Probably not. It kind of like goes in and out a little bit, but it's barely noticeable along the top here. Really beautiful steel case. So if someone's interested in steel cases for it, you'll probably really like this one. Where'd the case go for it there? So they usually come in this little kind of cardboard thing before when they're wrapped up in plastic. And I thought for $2, this will probably, no, it was $4 actually, but I got it half price. And I didn't pay anything for these ones actually. Half of them I didn't pay for because I had built up enough I have like a 200 points, and once you get to 200 points, you get $10 free. So most of these were free. Well, they came out of my points. But yeah, really, really cool. That was a really good one to find. So hopefully that one will sell really well. I don't know. I don't have stores often, so I don't know much about how that's going to work. All right, I've got 2 Blu-rays. These are for me. I'm pretty sure. I mean, I might have to double check. I'm kind of starting to worry that I've already got one of them. Gosh, I really hope I don't, but I can always sell it if I do. I went through all my DVDs, like I said, and I put aside a bunch, and I was like, oh, Transformers. I can find that easily enough on Blu-ray. I'm just going to sell that one too. And so today I found Transformers. It's the 2-disc edition. I just have this weird feeling like I already own it. I know I have a couple of Transformers movies, but I don't think I have the original, and I just can't see it anyway. The title will look like that. I've got Dark of the Moon and one other one, but I don't think I have this one. And once again, I might be wrong, but that doesn't really matter because it was only $3. So inside, I did check these. They were clean, very clean. They're not the most amazing movies, but they're not bad. They're not bad movies. And if it would be, it would probably be up there somewhere. I don't think I have. I can't see it, so I don't think that I have it, but it's possible. I'll have to go through everything. But yeah, Transformers 2-disc edition. Look, $3. If this was a single edition, I probably wouldn't have picked it up. But yeah, I remember enjoying this movie. It's a good movie. So I picked that up, add to the Blu-ray collection. And this one was there, and I already bought it on DVD, which means I'll have to find the DVD. It's in there somewhere. That's a good reminder. Johnny Depp, Angelina Jolie. You probably saw me on one of my other episodes talk about it on DVD. I've got The Tourist. One of the first movies, I think, to show vaping. He was vaping. He was on a train. He's vaping like an original stick battery kind of cigarette-looking thing. But yeah, it's a thriller. It's a thriller movie. Johnny Depp and Angelina Jolie. The Tourist gets wrapped up in a plot of some kind. Yeah, so I had to pick it up, $3. That goes in the Blu-ray collection, which is ever expanding every second. The last 2 things I've picked up was CDs. I should do a separate music section at some stage. Now, we found a Soul Asylum album some time ago, which was, I can't remember what the album was. I don't want to really look it up. But this is the very first album. I've seen Soul Asylum live, used to be a huge fan. I actually got a backstage pass and got to meet Soul Asylum and hang out with them in the bar years and years and years ago in Sydney when I commuted down to actually go see them with a friend of mine. This is the first album that I used to listen to, which is the Grave Dancers Union. Sorry about the bottoms, but that's what the album comes like. Soul Asylum, Grave Dancers Union. You've got all the classic songs, Somebody to Shove, Black Gold, Runaway Train, Never Coming Back, Keep It Up, Homesick, Get On Out, New World, April Fool, Without a Trace, Growing Into You, 99%, and The Sun Maid. Fantastic album. The guitarist out of this band, I think his name from memory was Craig Murphy. I think I'm getting the last name right, but the first name wrong. The disc is in very good condition. Very clean. Like insanely clean. Insanely clean. This one actually came from Sabres. Now, I'm going to let you know that Sabres have been upping their prices recently to a ridiculous level. I should give you all the people's names, which for some reason I can't see. Yeah. So the guitarist I talked to at the bar was this gentleman here. Mr. Murphy. I can't remember his first name. I've met them all, got photos with them. I've lost the photos over the years. But yeah, that was a good find. Bit expensive. Look at the price. That's ridiculous. Savers prices are usually $2 a disc. I've seen some that are up to $7. And this was a fantastic find because I remember this album. This is quite clean. Some scratches, but nothing bad. Does anybody remember this Geffen album? It's like a compilation. People will remember it. Does anyone remember it? Geffen Rarities Volume 1? Come on, you got to remember that cover. I remember this cover. And once again, $3.49. Crazy. But look at the people that are on it. Urge Overkill, Nirvana, Weezer, Sonic Youth, Beck, That Dog. Is that what it is? Hard to read. That Dog, Counting Crows, Marie McKee. The case is cracked too. I didn't realize that. The Posies, Sloan, Johnny, St. Johnny, Murray Attaway, Cell, and Hole. This is a classic compilation album. Classic stuff. I mean, the disc looks so cool as well. Look at that. It's so cool. This is like the 90s through and through. And this little sleeve thing here doesn't have much in it. Just, you know, the old school way of listing songs. So cool though. So I'm really happy with that. And that was the last thing. Not much to show, but that was a standout. That and Solar Asylum was a standout. Fantastic stuff. All right, so we've gone from that section. We're now done with Let's Get Physical Media as far as I'm aware. What time are we at? Nearly 3:30. Sorry, I need that for my throat. Let's do a hygiene check of the channel. One live viewer. Nobody wants to talk. Nobody wants to talk. Does anyone want to talk? Anybody want to talk? Oh, yes. What I will do is happy Halloween, by the way, everyone. I don't know if anyone else had a wonderful Halloween, but I had to drop some kids off. My wife had to do a separate trip to drop some kids off with some other kids to do a Halloween walk around a different suburb. And I had to drop, sick as I was, I had no choice. I had to drop one of my kids and her friend to do another run around in another area to do like, you know, the Halloween walk around, you know, get them ready, help them leave, go pick them up, drop somebody off, come back home again, and also man the door sick. I mean, Halloween, you can't get away from it. I enjoy it, and don't get me wrong, I love Halloween, but I couldn't dress up, I couldn't do anything. I just had to answer the door and give away lollies. But the kids have fun. Every year the kids have fun, and if I was, you know, not ill, I probably would have enjoyed it a hell of a lot more. But one of the things I wanted to do was to let you know, come on, where is it? Where is it? Where's my mail gone? What is going on right now? Yeah. Nope. Where's my mail gone, mate? Where's my mail gone? Oh, here we go. All right, I put a thing out on Instagram saying, tell me your 3 favorite movies you watch for Halloween, and I'll mention them in the vlog. And I wasn't expecting really a lot of response on it, but I got Mr. Superb Sign and Paint, aka Richard, sent a response. His 3 favorite movies to watch for Halloween is Halloween, sorry, 1979. Let's open it up. Can I see it? Come on. I thought you would tell me. Hang on. I need to open up. There we go. Halloween 1979. So the first Halloween. Evil Dead, fantastic choice. And the last one, Friday the 13th, Part 5. So his 3 favorites for Halloween are Halloween 1979, Evil Dead, the first movie, and Friday the 13th, Part 5. Thank you, Richard, for letting me know those. If anyone else ever wants to mention what movies they love watching, please go ahead and message me on Instagram or through my email. And I will mention what you love to watch on my channel. Let's just shut this off. All right. I'm going to put the spectacles back on. Anybody else watch any movies for Halloween? I ended up watching, which I'd never seen before. I know, shame on me. World War Z. I own it. I've never seen it. I decided randomly to watch that one. Good movie. It was fun. It's fun. The ending, too quick. Like it ended one of those kind of movies that I'm not going to spoil it for anyone. It's been out for some time though. It ended in the way that some of those movies end, where it's like, oh, and then when we found a cure, when we found some way of fixing the problem, then it just kind of shows that then, you know, and then we slowly fixed the problem, and that's the end of the movie. That's kind of how it ended for me. It was like drama, flying here, flying there, trying to figure out things, trying to solve the mystery, and then we're at the end and everything was okay. It didn't really end in a satisfactory kind of way for me. It was good. It just wasn't great. In terms of the movie as a whole, it was fun. It was a fun movie. So I liked World War Z. It was just a popcorn movie, basically. A popcorn semi-horror movie. Action horror. Action horror thriller? Action horror thriller. Yeah. No, it was enjoyable. It just had a weird ending for me. Kind of ended very quickly. All right. Oh, my TV's doing something silly. Hang on. Shoot. Whoa, what am I hitting? Please don't squash things. My room is so tiny. Hang on. All right. Have we guessed the movie yet? Anyone guessed the movie? I don't think Mr. Mark McBride's here, but if he was here, he'd probably be able to guess the movie. All right. So what should we get on with now? It's a really nice widescreen movie, but a little bit more widescreen than normal. All right, so I did have sort of a vague plan of what I was going to do tonight. Let's have a look. Ah, yes. We don't have mail. We don't have beer, because I can't do beer. We've done Let's Get Physical Media. That's always the thing that takes the longest amount of time. So I think we need to move this along. What I will show you is 2 books that I bought. One from some time ago that I've never mentioned, and one from this run. The first one I got... Not the first one. The one I got from this run, I picked up because I like English writers. I like the English sense of humor, the English, like I'm a Red Dwarf fan. I like Michael Marshall Smith as an author. I just like that kind of humor. And I found this for $1, and it was Ben Elton Stark. An earth-shattering novel. The premise on the back, though, I don't know. I don't know if I like it. I've heard that people love Ben Elton for this kind of humor, like the Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy style of random. I don't know how to explain it, because Michael Marshall Smith is kind of my writer of choice. Obviously, Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy is still up there with some of my favorite books, but Michael Marshall Smith's books are absolutely fabulous. Only Forward, And his other one, which is eluding me right now, Only Ford, is a fantastic, kooky, weird, futuristic book. And then the other book was called Only Ford, and yeah, he wrote another one, and they're quite brutal, but they're also quite funny. And so I don't know. It's been a long time since I've read any Ben Elton, but let me just read you the back. Stark has more money than God and the social conscience of a dog on a croquet lawn. What's more, they know the earth is dying. Deep in Western Australia, where the Aboriginals used to milk the trees, a plant-sized plot takes shape. Some green freaks pick up the scent, a pommy poser, a brain-fried Vietnam vet, Aboriginals who lost their land, not much against a conspiracy that controls society. But eco-action isn't in society, it just lives in the same place along with the cockroaches. If you're facing the richest and most disgusting conspiracy in history, you have to do more than stick up two fingers and say peace. So yeah, I'd heard about this book before. It's in very good condition. But I figured for $1, I'd have to pick it up. And it looks like it's fun. And I like that English sense of humour. I think Mr. Mark McBride, sorry for coughing, I think Mr. Mark McBride would agree this is probably a good book. Oh, no, I actually don't know his opinion on Ben Elton. I think he likes Ben Elton, but he'll have to tell me. Maybe in the replay crew when he's watching replay. Because he said he'd be here tonight. He said it. He said to me today, oh, is that you, Mark? 2 live viewers. No pressure. If it's not Mark, I do apologise. Thank you. Welcome to the second live viewer. Ben Elton, Stark. So a book I've been meaning to read for years and years and years. It's going to go next to my Michael Marshall Smith and my Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy and all my other English writers. So it should be a fun read, hopefully. Fingers crossed, if he doesn't get it wrong. The other book that I bought some time ago, but I just kind of shoved it on a shelf and forgot about it. I was like, oh, I should probably talk about it. Is one that in a podcast, now forgetting the name of the podcast that I usually listen to. Can I remind myself? It's a writer's podcast. I consider myself a writer, though it has been some time since I've put finger to keypad about my writing. If I go to my podcasts, I'll be able to tell you the name of it. God, if I can even find my podcasts. Are you here? Nope. Are you... Come on. Search. Podcasts. Podcasts. Yeah, okay. Okay, whatever. Just go to my library. I used to watch the Word Slinger. It's not Word Slinger. It is... What? Writing Excuses. Sure, it's Writing Excuses, isn't it? Yeah, I think it's Writing Excuses. Yeah, I've listened to quite a few different ones. The Word Slinger one was a great one with Kevin Tomlinson. But yeah, where I got recommended this book was in Writing Excuses. And yeah, it is. Yeah, Writing Excuses. So if you like writing podcasts, I'd highly recommend Writing Excuses. I've been listening to quite a lot of podcasts lately, but this book is The Name of the Wind by Patrick Rothfuss. I don't know if anybody knows anything about it, but it apparently comes highly, highly recommended. I've read the first page or two. I will get back into it at some stage. It looks interesting. I hear things that are highly recommended. He was one of them. I don't really know much about it. He's a very floral writer in the way that he writes. I don't know if that's the right terminology to use. But beautifully written by what I can tell. What's been recommended by the Writing Excuses podcast members, saying that he is a fantastic writer. Kind of randomly just came up with this idea and started writing it. And here we have The Name of the Wind. Patrick Rothfuss. I won't read you the back of it, or will I? I have stolen princesses back from sleeping barrow kings. I burned down the town of Trebon. I have spent the night with Felurian and left with both my sanity and my life. I was expelled from the university at a younger age than most people are allowed in. I tread paths by moonlight and others fear to speak of during day. I have talked to gods, loved women, and written songs that make the minstrels weep. My name is Kvoth. You may have heard of me. Kvoth, maybe. Yeah, anyway, I just wanted to show you that one. That is a book that is, look, it's a good, close to 700 pages. So it should be a good read if I can get off my butt and start reading. I haven't been doing a lot of reading lately. So they're the two books that I've picked up at the moment. And now we are going to go to a different segment, which will be... It's going to be Toy Talk.
Toy Talk.
Welcome to Toy Talk. Welcome to the talking of toys. Not of toys, but about toys. Oh, we've lost our live viewers. All right, so we're going to wind this down because I'm not feeling great, and it's really hard for me to talk, to be honest, without coughing. I've had to keep drinking and drinking and drinking. No alcohol, just lemonade. So, we're going to talk about only a couple of things. Hang on. So, whilst I was at this op shop, I saw this straight away and I was like, oops, don't want to break my DVDs here. And I straight away knew that this was a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle toy. And yes, it's a newer one. It kind of goes along with my other one that I've got my Raphael character riding down in my glass case. But I picked it up because I looked at it straight away and I saw the little shell design on it and I knew it was Turtle. And it is 2013 and it was only $1. And I couldn't say no because I don't know, I just really love Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle toys, even if they are more modern and not retro. It depends on which ones they are because I'm not into the weird faced kind of like early thousands, like 2008, 2009 Turtles kind of wig me out the way they look. But the toys themselves, as in the vehicles and stuff, I love. So I picked up this trike. I don't know if Roddy will focus if I do this. It's a trike. I've got a very black background, so it's hard to make it stand out. How can I make this stand out? I put something white up against it. Yeah, let's put this behind it. This is a bit hard to show you. What am I doing? There you go. This side. So I picked up this trike. Really cool looking. I love the details. It's not overdone. I think I need to move my mic out of the way. There you go. Oh, this is so hard to do. There we go, like that. So yeah, it's a trike. It's a motorbike. It's very similar to the one I've got in my glass cabinet, but that one's an actual motorbike that I got Raph riding. But I like the look of it. It's kind of detailed without being over the top. You can see by the cover my face. You can see by the turtle design, you would know straight away it's a turtle bike. So I saw those like the orange designs. I was like, yep, that's a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle bike. I picked it up and looked underneath. I think it said Viacom. Does it say Viacom? Somewhere under here. We'll say Viacom. There you go. 2013 Viacom. Yep, Turtle. I looked it up after I got left the store, and it is indeed a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle toy. And just had to pick it up for $1. I mean, you can't go wrong. Come on. That's cool. I'll have to put it in the glass case with all my turtle toys. And I'll have to find a turtle to ride it, really, at the end of the day. But that was a pretty cool find. Once again, not knowing much about it. I'll have to put that back on the shelf eventually. And they had these bags there of this, like these Ushis. My kids used to collect Ushis. Not a huge Ushi fan, but when it comes to things like Star Wars or Transformers, I like to try to find them where I can. So I picked up this huge bag, which got smaller when I brought it home for my kids. I picked out the ones I wanted, let my kids pick through it. These are the leftovers. These are just mostly like a mixture of Lion King and superhero ones, which I'm not a huge superhero fan. So you'll probably see like, I don't know, you'll see the Hulk, you'll see Black Panther. There's some Lion King ones in there as well. Some Moana. The Moana ones are pretty cool. You know, Woody from Toy Story, all that stuff. Well, what I picked out was just the Star Wars ones. I let my kids go through it. Well, especially my younger one, she went through it and picked out all the ones she wanted, which was cool. There's like all triplets, duplicates, quadruplicates, if that's such a thing. And the ones that I came out with was, I found this cool pink. This pink Lightning McQueen. He's pretty cool. You can't see he's pink. He's actually a really light pink. Wow, that just looks white here, but it's like a really, really light pink. Even though this camera, why is the camera showing as white? It's really a pink. Yeah, if you can imagine that being slightly pink, that's what it looks like. It's very, very slightly off pink. So I picked up that. That was all obviously in the bag. And then I've got some more up here. I've got duplicates of them. Really hurting my throat. I need some more lemonade in a second. Let's grab these guys. So, as obviously I'm not a huge fan of, you know, the sequel movies, but I've got a Kylo Ren. Got a Kylo Ren see-through. Got a C-3PO. Pretty cool. Obviously, I've got a Mando, because that's what I was looking for. I was looking for a Mando. And I've got a see-through version of him as well. I'm pretty sure it's see-through. Is he see-through? Yeah. I've got a transparent version of him as well. So they're up on my shelf already. These are all duplicates. Oh yeah, I don't know why I've got a double of him, but I've got a double of him. I got, gosh, what's his name? These two guys from Toy Story. No, from, oh my God, Monsters, Inc. A gold and a green. These two guys are pretty cool. A Darth Vader. He's pretty cool. Pretty cool looking. Padme Amidala. Come on, Padme, face the right way. Like a transparent kind of hologram. Padme Amidala, got a few of her. A silver R2-D2. Very basic looking. A Yoda. And I think that's it. Oh, and I got a also got a Rey one, which I put up here. Once again, I liked Rey as a character. I liked Rey as a character. I liked Kylo Ren as a character. I just freaking hated the story. We've talked about this ad nauseum, and probably keep talking about it ad nauseum again. But yeah, so I got those guys out of that giant bag, so I'm happy with those. And the other two things I picked up when I was at JB Hi-Fi the very first time, but I didn't talk about them last week because I didn't have time. So let's talk about them. I picked up this chopper. This is like the what would you call it? Like the plans? Like a plant? What do they call this? Blueprint. Like a blueprint. Now, if anybody knows me, you know that I like Star Wars Rebels, the TV show. I love Ahsoka, the TV show. And I love Chopper, the droid. Psychopathic droid. Wish I had a better light here, but he looks like that. I've already got a Chopper up there. The original Chopper. This is the blueprint version. If you look at a little hologram thing up here, it's a Funko original. Does this give us a better... It's like a special edition. I think it's a special edition, does it? Yeah, it's a special edition Funko. So it comes with that little sticker. I couldn't say no to this chopper blueprint version. On the back, there you go. You probably get a better idea from there. So cool. Not cheap, but had to have him. And the other thing I picked up, I was going to pick up a Gremlins. You know, the Gremlins, like not the good Gremlin. The Gremlins when they turn into Gremlins after drinking water or whatever. But with the Gremlin had like the 3D glasses on. But then I found, of course I know what Baggins. Frodo Baggins. He's my cousin twice removed on my mother's side. I got a Frodo Baggins pop. And I haven't seen any Lord of the Rings ones out for quite some time now. But he looks cool. And I love that the base is the ring. Which side? Look, it's the ring with a little diorama with his little fairy feet in the grass. And look at this. Glows in the dark. Should try him out, actually. Can we try him out? Let's see if it works. Never tried it. A little bit of light here. Might not work in the case. Let's turn this light off. Hang on. Hang on a second. Where's me light gone, mate? Where's me light gone, mate? Oh, you're right. You're falling right behind. 1, 2, 3. Does he glow in the dark? Maybe it's the ring that glows in the dark. Doesn't look like he glows in the dark. Let's try him down here. Hang on a second. In the dark down here. Maybe it's the ring that glows in the dark. I can't see any glow in the dark part of him. Must be the ring. Must be the ring because I can't see anything glowing. Very odd. I'll have to figure that one out. But yeah, I had to get a Frodo Baggins. He's my cousin twice removed on my mother's side. It's just beautiful. It's a beautiful little pop. And I've been rewatching Lord of the Rings, getting back into that again. And The Hobbit, as you well know. But yeah, had to pick him up. Frodo Baggins. So cool. And I think on this set you get Mouth of Sauron, Legolas Greenleaf, Treebeard with the 2 hobbits in his body. That would have been a good one to find. And the Cave Troll. So these are all of the current ones, I believe. Unless this is an old new stock. New old stock. Come on, Roddy. Focus. Don't know what's on Legolas Greenleaf's. Oh, it's his bow. It's his bow. I was wondering what was across his face. Look, you get Treebeard with Merry and Pippin, the Cave Troll, Mouth of Sauron, and Legolas Greenleaf. So yeah, they're my 2 recent finds. You can probably see I've got my lava lamp finally set up in here. Whoop, right there. You can't really see very well. But yeah, I set my I've had this for some time. My wife bought it for me for a Father's Day present or a Christmas present. I can't remember what. But I've had that set up for a while because it was behind the TV monitor, behind this computer monitor here, this one right here. And it was too hot to put behind the monitor. I didn't want to melt my monitor, so I set it up on a shelf over here. So now it's constantly with me. Have you figured out the movie yet? Because I'm about to end, guys. This is about to end. We're ending this episode of the Dooom vlog. We've got another live viewer. Hello, welcome back, or welcome for the first time. We're going to leave it there because I could talk about lots of other things tonight, but I'm running out of energy and I'm not feeling great. And I'm not even too sure how long I've been online, but it's getting late. And you can hear my nose blocking up and my throat. I've been coughing and coughing. So thank you very much for being here for tonight. I'm wondering if I've forgotten anything. Have I forgotten anything? feel like I've forgotten a few things to talk about. I'm looking around. I'm looking around. I don't think I've forgotten anything. No. Oh yeah, I will show you this because I keep meaning to show it to you. This is my Gremlins, my Gizmo sticker. I picked up a Gizmo sticker. It's a car one, I think, or a car window one, but I don't know what to do with him. Yeah, auto window sticker. So I don't really know what to do with him. I was thinking I might put him on my fridge, but he's quite large. I mean, look next to my head. He's quite large. So I don't know if I want to take up the whole fridge with Gizmo, but then again, it's taken me ages to fill up that fridge with stickers. So maybe down the side, or maybe I'll save it for a car window. I don't know, but I thought it was really cool. Gizmo from Gremlins. Gremlins. Goes with my Gremlins patch after midnight. Got to figure out what to put that on. All right, guys. It has been a pleasure. It has indeed been a pleasure. I'm quite tired now, and I need a little break from talking. So I'm going to leave it here, and we are going to do this another time. Back for episode 32 next Saturday, assuming I'm feeling better by then, obviously. So thank you very much for your time today, and I would love it if you could consider subscribing. A small gesture by you is a huge outcome for me as a content creator, a very small content creator. I have a small channel, a small like here, a follow there. Everything makes a huge difference to me as a small channel. So give me a thumbs up, give me a thumbs down, share it, leave a comment. Leave a comment. Any of the movies here, movies you like? Do you like Triangle? Have you seen Triangle before? If you do, if you have, please let me know whether you liked it or not. Don't give away any spoilers because I haven't seen it yet. Are you a Gremlins fan? Are you a Gremlins fan? I am. What do you think about the cover for Army of Darkness? Or would you prefer the original cover, like from the movie poster? I hate this cover, but the extras on this are amazing, so I'm happy about the extras. Just hate that cover. Do you hate the cover? Maybe you like the original movie poster. You're an 80s fan. Do you like Intruder? Do you like an old Sam Raimi and Scott Spiegel's Bruce Campbell, amongst others, horror movie where people in a shop get chopped into pieces? Tell me what you think. Do you like Frodo Baggins? He's my mother's cousin. He's my... What was I saying? Of course I know Baggins. Frodo Baggins. He's my cousin, my first cousin on my mother's side. No, I forgot how it goes now. But yeah, let me know, guys. And if you got any toys, do you like the toys I picked up? I've got other ones, but I can't go all night showing all the toys I've got. Have you got any toys you like at the moment? Let me know in the comments. Yeah, I got any movies you're watching at the moment? What did you watch for Halloween? I watched World War Z, and tonight I'm probably going to watch something else. I'm currently also enjoying the what is it? Cyberpunk 2077 animation on Netflix. I'm currently off of Disney Plus for a little bit, but that's okay. I own a lot of movies, and I'm physically mediating. I'm using my physical media a lot more often now. But yeah, leave me a comment. I'm losing my mind. I'm losing my voice. So please go ahead and leave me a comment. If you don't subscribe, if you haven't subscribed, please go ahead and subscribe, or share it with somebody who'd like to subscribe. And we chat every Saturday. We chat every Saturday about movies. I don't have any news tonight, so I apologize. There are things to talk about, but I haven't included them tonight. And have a good one, guys. I appreciate you being here, the ones that dropped in and out. If you don't want to watch tonight and you're on Replay Crew, welcome, Replay Crew. You're my favorite crew, aside from my live viewers. Love my Replay Crew. They always drop in and let me know they're watching, so thank you very much. And if you got any good recommendations to watch a movie, please go ahead and let me know. Thanks, guys. Have a good night. Do not forget to butter your biscuits. Oh, that sounds bad. And what can I say? No, I've already done W's before, and I won't do W's. Don't forget to butter your biscuits. Oh, I'm not going to put those two together. And mention your meringues. I was going to say something else, and it would have sounded really bad. Have a good one, guys. Say goodnight to your dog for me, and cuddle up on the couch and watch a good movie. and tell me all about it on the next one. Thanks, guys. Have a good night. Love you all. See you next time. Out. Do 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 do.